All right, that was Dan from Within from a project called Blistering Parade. That's right, I partook in that band long time ago. That was off Apocalypse and Respect for Dark Star Records. Speaking of, I'll contact Jeff. Maybe he'll send us a bunch of music from Dark Star.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And who we got on our chats?
Just Tom. He says, my ass is just fine. Lately. Well, I'm happy you got that itching under control and the leak fixed.
Was he walking around with a bucket over his ass?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. I think he's quarantined right now. Maybe for more reasons than one. We don't know.
Yeesh. So anyways, we're going to wrap things up here in a little bit. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We were just discussing, once again, to recap, that we're going to try to pull this Wolf's Den thing off again. This time on Breaking Fate Radio. What are the contacts, Willie, if they want to get in contact with or drop off some music, give a shout out, whatever?
The best way to get a shout out would be to send a message to the Facebook page for the Wolf's Den. I believe it is just facebook.com/the Wolf's Den, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure. But otherwise, just do a search for the Wolf's Den. Otherwise, go to breakingfateradio.com and find the contact page there, and you can get a hold of us.
So what else is going on with Breaking Fate Radio? You have any other ideas for shows? I know you got Podcast of Mayhem.
Yeah, the Pod of Mayhem, I just wrapped up the first season, which I really enjoyed doing. I think it went pretty well. And I just don't know that the name necessarily fits the show's theme, because it kind of turned into this whole show about interviews with creative people. So I'm rebranding. Basically, I'm creating a new show called Creative Backstory, which will carry on that same format and theme about interviews with creative types and where they came from, how they got started, what they're doing next, etc., etc. And the Pod of Mayhem, I'm going to reformat to be more like the Wolf's Den is in several ways. I think I'm going to do it as a live show, and I'll concentrate on genres beyond metal. It'll be multi-genre type thing, and try to have some musical influences involved as opposed to just interviews with whoever. And then there's another show called The Fetish Pod. There's a girl here locally that's coming out, and she is going to be doing some erotic stories on air.
Is that right? Is there going to be live, or is it going to be just podcast?
That one's going to be podcasted.
Damn.
At least starting out, who knows? You never know.
You can imagine, all right, just imagine this for a moment. Just imagine somebody like me who's fat, just turned 50, long hair, beard, and all that, severely overweight.
I don't have to imagine this.
That just have to look yourself in the mirror, right? And having a erotic story written about them. So I went to the Burger King, and I got a massive boner pop up. Oh boy, did I go to town on that. As I was getting the frosty milkshake and eating my fries, I just imagined I was going to jerk off a while. So the imagination actually turned into reality, and before you know it, I made mayonnaise.
That's wonderful.
If you're sick by now, that's going to be a lot more of that shit.
Yeah, you might as well test the waters now and make sure they're going to be all right.
Well, this is middle afternoon. It gets really nuts after 10 p.m.
All right. Definitely a late night style show. And then one other show is called Pro Wrestling Elixir, and I got a couple of people who are supposed to be involved in hosting that. That'll be probably a month away from now before
Pro Wrestling? Starting.
Yep, all about pro wrestling news. And
what about the religious reviews. Program you were talking about doing?
I'm not doing any religious stuff right now, and if I did, I would certainly put your show right next to it on the on the listings of shows on BreakingFateRadio.com. But no religious shows yet.
And those of you out there who would like to sponsor the show, who do they contact?
Right now there is a Patreon page up that involves sponsorship for different shows, and it's patreon.com/BreakingFate. There's also going to be new ways to pay for advertising through Spreaker. Spreaker. We'll have that pretty soon. It's not quite set up yet, but a lot more information will come once we get started with these shows every week.
All right, man. Well, we're going to end up one more song here. We're going to end the show. Let's do the Beastie Boys cover.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Till next time, everybody. Go White Sox.
You gotta fight for your right.